fan of language studio, not a big one, and I'm a fan of gamification. Maybe I will speak loud because I'm going to. Huh? Can you hear? Can you hear me well? So I'm a fan of gamification and edutainment. Maybe you know this term, edutainment. So it's a mixture of words, education and entertainment. So a lot of fun. According to the article, maybe you know the site Visual Capitalist. Have you ever heard about this? Yeah, you know. The information there is presented in a way. What? You cannot hear me? No? Okay, sorry. So then I use this. Now it's better. So it's Visual Capitalist site, Canadian site. It's mostly for business English, but there are a lot of interesting information on different aspects of life, and the information is presented with this way. In the infographic. Have you ever heard about this? Infographics. So visual, not just text, but a lot of pictures, so you can see rather well. And as you see, 3 top skills you will need to thrive, to succeed in 2020. The top 3 are complex problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity. So creativity is the top 3 skills that we need. So technology is great, everybody uses it, but we shouldn't forget, we should balance, I think, using everyday stuff and using all our senses, like visual, touch, smell, hearing, and everything. No, not everything is seen here. So also, what is creativity? What is creativity? How to define it? How to define what is creativity. So these definitions on the top are given by Macmillan Dictionary, Cambridge, and Oxford. You know them. So it's producing or using original and unusual ideas. The use of imagination or original ideas to create. Inventiveness and the ability to create new ideas or things using imagination. So it's originality, contrast to imitation. So creativity is contrast to imitation. To imitate is to repeat what is done by everyone before. And creativity is creating something new, something very different and unique. And as Albert Einstein said, creativity is intelligence, having fun. So how to develop? The question is how to develop. Is it it's like a gift, or it can be trained? How do you think? What? Both. Yes, it's a gift. It's innate. Yes, it's a talent that can be developed. Really, it can be developed. All the psychologists and scientists, educators, they prove that it can be trained. Improve our creative abilities by exercising. It's the same way like we learn languages. We must memorizing names, any facts, and the same way we can practice, we can train on regular basis. Special techniques are used, or so-called life hacks. Maybe you know about them. Be curious about the world, ask a lot of questions, a lot of things to do, and as I already mentioned, using all senses. Hearing, vision, touching, and all the rest. The right atmosphere we should create. So not strict rules, not sitting in a row like in ordinary schools we do, but feeling free. Kids should feel free, and other students of all ages, to express their emotions, their thoughts, so that they not be criticized. And some basic principles which should, I won't stop on them because it's the end of the day, everybody is tired, so I will get to practical. So what we should do like teachers is to be role models, yes? To be involved in the games, in all activities, and also to create playful attitude, to have fun with kids, not
less restrictions, the better. The only restrictions is about if anything is dangerous for their health or life. The rest is welcomed. So you can see the things which I use in class. Can you see well? No, not well? So I want to offer you this kind of activity. So I give you stickers. Can you hand out, please? You take just one. There are just names of things, everyday objects. Just hand out for you. And you read and think, what can you use? How would you can use? Or if you maybe cannot use this in any games, for example, or for practicing, for drilling anything, any topic. What? Yes, shoelaces, yes. So some of these objects are here, or maybe you can use in pairs, or in small groups, perhaps. So what do you have? What do you have? A torch. So can you use a torch? Torch. It's a torch. Highlight here. Yeah. Flashlight. A torch. Mm-hmm. Could you use it? A torch. Could you use a torch in your class, English class? Yes. How would you?
And highlight only some part of the picture on the board.
Part of the picture. Mm-hmm. Yes. In darkness. In darkness to highlight something, yes? With how else? How else would you use?
Find it somewhere for the students to find it.
To find it, like any, but particular. So I bought this, fixed price. Yeah. So I bought this, and we can change. Now I want to show you how I use it. So it's. I don't know if you can see something. Can you see? No. It's a witch here. It's for Halloween. It's a witch, or can be. There are also spiders, ghosts. Yes, different objects, and we used to drill prepositions of places. For example, where is it? Where is the witch? Which is, for example, on the floor, or on somebody, or on this girl in red, or in the back, or behind, or anywhere. Yes, and then we can take pictures of it. We all use phones, and our students also, and then show to demonstrate in other groups. And for example, past forms of the verb to be. The witch was there, the witch and ghost were there, and so on. Or we can use a map, different countries. So where was which, for example, or anything. Or you can use ordinary, maybe even a small mirror. No, so yeah. The same way, if you don't have a torch, you can draw something on the torch, maybe a letter or word, or draw just a smiley face, and move around, and where is this and where is that. So it can be used this way. What else? What do you have? Yes. How do you put that? Shoelace, for example. How would you use shoelace? Or you won't use it. You wouldn't use it. Shoelace. Any ideas about shoelace? Huh? Shoelace. How would you? Shapes, yes. We used for clothes, yes, in primary school, with primary school students, shapes of maybe animals, or you can do different emotions also, like the face, smiling, sad, or and so on. Letters, yes. Letters or shapes of clothes. And asking questions. Is it a skirt? Is it a dress? Because it's difficult to fix right shape. It's similar to buttons. So to practice asking questions and answering. So have you got any note? What? Tablespoon, yes, tablespoon. Can you see a tablespoon here? Tablespoon. Tablespoon. Would you use a tablespoon in your class? In any activities or games? Tablespoon. Have you ever used it?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yes? How did you use it?
When, for example, we discuss the furniture of kitchen stuff.
So like in ordinary way, as we used to do it, we use it for eating. Yes, eating food. Yes, we can use it, for example, fork opposite to spoon, and what kind of food can be eaten with. We sit in a circle and I hand out spoons and forks, and say the name of the dish, and they hand up, yes, with a spoon or fork. Can you use it or not? And also we add words and letters with it. So on small pieces of paper, we write a word. With primary school students, write a word, put in a jar or something, in a bowl, and then we start eating it. So what means eating? Not real eating. So they grab, and they have in a pile of words. They grab and they get some words. They read it. They have to read. No pictures on it, and they need to find somewhere in a book or around the class, or maybe on them they have. So. And then how many words they have eaten, and there is a legend that they eat and they get energy to save someone. So before that we I tell a legend about, maybe Elena Pesada already told, yes, what is legend, so that it will be meaningful. They need to save someone or to help. We have two puppets, they are twins, they are twins, and they need to meet. They were separated by evil forces, and they need to meet, and we need to get enough energy, and we can get energy if we eat these words in a correct way and find them. So, what else? What other? Have you?
May I ask a question?
Yes.
And when you tell the legend at the beginning of the lesson, what language do you use?
English, mostly English. Yes, English. And gestures and picture maybe, but I try to speak English. What other? Have you got any notes I given you? Cards with lunchbox, yes, lunchbox. Maybe you can see not lunchbox or containers for food. You know, maybe you take. Yes, in the office, yes. Yeah, containers. How can we use containers? I have 3 there. Have you ever used containers? Yes? How did you use them? For keeping something. No, for game. We are talking about games and activities, yes, with our students. So I took, for example, I used in different ways. One way is to 3 containers we take and write, for example, simple tenses: present simple, past simple, and future simple. And then small pieces of paper and write so-called marker, you know, for usually for present simple, usually on Sundays at the weekend, then in 3 days for future simple, tomorrow, in 3 days, next week, and so on. And past yesterday, last week, and so on. And then I fold them in small and start the music, vivid music, very cheerful music, and say, I will throw like confetti, you know, like fireworks, throw and cap it on the floor, and they have to collect, and put in the correct container, yes, in the right container. There is a sticker, what tells, and put in different places, so they move. When they move, they, you know, maybe you've read a lot and heard a lot that when students move, they get some extra oxygen in their brains and they think better. And it's fun for them. So they have limited time. And then we check. If something is wrong, we have to make up sentences. Or we have to make up sentences with all of them, or it depends on the level, on time we have, and so on. And another game, I will show you. Oh, it looks like, you can see the containers over there with question words. This, 3 containers, what, where, and when. Can you see? No? Can you see? Yes, so the same containers and the different stickers and flashcards with pictures and words. And we need also some limited, with music, without music. We have to put in the correct, how do they think? For example, playground, where would you put, in which container would you put playground? Where? You can put where. Mushroom, mushroom. It can be what the first search comes. Yes, we can put like usually Latin. Can you see? Or street, school. Yes, school. Some student, most of the students put in where. Where would you put school? In what or where or when? No. Where? Oh, where? Okay. So we put, then we check, and they have to make up sentences, so that it should be a subject. For example, what? You have a question?
Yeah, if they put in different
they have to make up sentence so that it will be. They ask questions. They ask questions about when. Например, at night. You see picture night, and if they put in when, they ask question, so that it should be about night. So it should be on the topic. And then I ask them, it's more challenging, I just leave these flashcards in the same containers, but I mix up, I swap some, for example, where and what I change. So, for example, night will be, not night, but, for example, Latin, can you see? Latin or mushroom maybe, it will be where. It becomes where. So they need to make up question, sentence so that where should be a place where. Under the or next to the mushroom. It's you understand the idea? Yes? So it's more challenging for them. It's more challenging, so they have to be creative to switch off their fantasy and so on. What else do you see there? For example, there is a big plastic container. Can you see a jar, plastic jar? And there is paper, crumbed paper. It's in the shape of a ball, but it's not just paper, it's text. It's a story, a text. It crumbled in the shape of a ball, and we put in a container which is transparent. So students take them, and they try to read. They see only part of the text. Yes, they move, they can move, they cannot open. They just need to find out as many words to find the idea, maybe, or as many words as possible. We can play with the whole class, with the whole group, or divide into teams, or just in pairs they do it. They read, trying to read. They cannot open and take it out. What they see, they write down, and then we have some time for that activity, for example, 3 minutes, and they write down maybe on the board or maybe on the sheet of paper they're given, and try to find out what is it, the story about, what is the text about, who is the main, so on, who can find out. Then we take it out and make it bigger, so more visible, make it more visible, readable, and so on. And then we compare with, they have a story, they make up a story, and then we compare with the original text, the original story. Is it very different or not? And also, can you see a bug? Can you see a bug there? Who has got a bug? No? Nobody? A bug? No? I mean a picture, no? Not picture, a note, yes. For example, we have this bug, yes. You know the game Fante? Have you ever played Fante? Yes? Yes? How do you usually play this game? Forfeited in English, Fante in Russian. How do you usually play this game if you ever play? Task, right, put here inside. And I sometimes just ask my students to give some, for example, three of their things, personal things, a phone, a key, or maybe a pen or something, put inside, and then the task is given. Or students give task to read something, to write, to any kind, maybe from textbook, and they will get this thing back in case they do it correctly. So, or we can usually use, if it's not transparent, we can put anything like cucumber, I don't know, or torch, or something anything, any object, and they need to touch and try to, not opening it, just need to try to define what is it, what is inside. So also they touch, is it this, is it that, to practice questions, and just a few minutes to warm up and not long, but we can practice. Also plastic, can you see plastic cups, plastic? Can you see? So it's also, we can play this I've taken these glasses here. There are two, and we can put anything between them. Or one can be not transparent, white, for example. You can put a picture of anybody, or character, or a sticker, or you can write anything. You can write anything, and have you ever used this? No? No? We can make sentences or a story and put something inside, because there is a space. We can put any words, verbs. For example, we made characters, different characters from the course book you have. Main character, for example, family and friends. Everybody maybe knows this course. Main characters and put there, and then we practice, for example, regular verbs, so that to remember. They get something, need to send, and then change. For example, Tom sent something to somebody that got something. So we use only irregular verbs in this game and put inside and so on. And also there are colorful. On the other picture, the previous picture, there were plastic cups with different color. We can use like in bowling. Have you ever played bowling with your kids? Bowling, you know this game, bowling. Have you played with kids? How did you play it? How did you play this game? It's also, I'll tell about this later. Here I want to show you. Can you see also bowling? You can buy in every toy shop bowling. 3 colors, you see here, 3 colors, red, green, and yellow. So you can use this color. For example, you write on the board that red is for asking questions, yellow for negative sentences, and green positive sentences. And you put it in random way as you want. And under, you see there are also flashcards with different actions. No words are written on the other side. So you put under red, you put 1 card, for example, eat. And you choose tense. You write on the board, for example, it was 2 days ago, he ate pizza. Tom or anybody ate pizza. So they roll the ball, they kick something, it depends on the color. On the color they have to make up sentence. Negative, questions, or positive. So different colors can be used, and different tenses. And on the other side, there are, what do you see there? Tickets, yes, tickets, museum tickets. You can see, have you ever used tickets? Have you ever used tickets? No? Tickets. How can we use tickets? How do you think? What? For role play, for example, yes, we made detectives to find out who has stolen something, for example, like in Mafia, yes? Who has stolen something, because we can see the place, we can see the date and the time. And also we can usually, for the activity like practicing, revising, preposition of time, yes? At 3 p.m. or at 7 p.m. On Monday, or in July and so on, where was someone? Can be used this way, because also collect and I want you to, who has got notes with words? Got notes with words, yes. On the other side, if you don't mind, you can write your email. I want to share you some books. No, not here. Maybe you have learned about this book in Russian, «Обучение как приключение». It's a very amazing book. But the same book, but in English, Teach Like a Pirate. Have you ever read about this? No? And pirate means, it's abbreviation. Pirate is, sorry, I need to move other way. Pirate is abbreviation. Passion, immersion, rapid, ask and analyze, transformation, enthusiasm. And there is site of the writer. He is a very inspiring, motivating educator from the USA, Dave Burgess. And I can send you an e-book in Russian. I have only in Russian. And also this creativity in the English language classrooms. A lot of ideas, a lot of interesting things. I can also send you online if you don't mind. Yes, if you don't mind. There are also links, Teach English or UK, and Lewis School, TED, you know TED, a lot of interesting talks about creativity, and Austin Kleon, have you heard? Кради как художник, still like an artist. No? Sorry? This one. And also, what do you see here? What do you think is here? You know, paper, baking paper. It's not completely transparent, so it's a hardly thing. You can use and frame, picture frame, and you can use like a shadow show. You can use it, or also you can cover something. You can fold it, and it will be visible only part of some picture or text, and then you open, you take, fold it out, unfold, and will be seen better. Or there is also text, and there is buckwheat, you know, гречка. You just take a brush. Brush is here not for painting. Brush can be used like you can draw a circle, or you can draw 3 circles. You give a task, they draw, and they see also part of the text only. Only part of the text is visible. And also, can you see what leads? What a bottle leads? Cups, крышки от бутылок. Yes. Maybe not a good thing. So of different colors, also I picked up this idea on our foreign American colleagues. Can you see you can write something on it? You can make up sentences. It depends on the color, what order in the sentence you can use it. Or to match game, for example, parrot, and which of them is parrot, for example. Yes, you need to match. You can just stick. And this is also interesting. Diego Cusana, he's an artist, and he see everything like everything is an art object. You see? So he makes pictures, for example, spoons like cats, or seashell. It's like, yes, different way. So you can, if you visit his site, he's also on Instagram, and you can see a lot of ideas. We also can use it like on a picture. You can make a picture. So I did it with my students. So just we take shells and what they see, and they describe while doing this. They use present continuous. I am, for example, drawing something. I'm putting. And then present perfect. I have drawn. I have made, and so on. And also, this is New Year tree. It's not appropriate for now for this season, but just I took this picture. The idea is you go around city everywhere and you pick up ideas and you can use in the class. There is maybe not. Can you see well? What is it in the big picture? In the biggest picture, can you see? What is it? No, not chairs. It's a New Year tree, but it's made of bus trolleys. It was in Perm, near the supermarket. Yes. So, and then I found pictures. This also New Year's trees. They are made of different objects, from bicycles, from drums, also balloons and corks, wine corks. And I asked students what they can use, and they used gloves. They made pictures, and they not pictures. They made like a collage. Different cucumbers, pencils, pens, everything can be used just to make a New Year tree, for example. And then take a picture and describe it. So discussion. So we don't have time now. No? Okay. Also, you know, graffiti we can use, and there is a story. Do you know who is this this person. Do you know him? No? Huh? No. No, it's a famous singer. Yes, I found this word. His name. Found his name and we discussed. I also found it in Yekaterinburg, near the river, and so everything can be used in class. And this is a lamp shadow. It's made of, and it's also a game. What can't be wooden, for example? What can't be wooden? And they need to. Students need to say as many words which can be wooden, cannot be wooden, for example. And they, or cannot be glass, made of glass, or cannot be metal. And just to revise words, vocabulary. And this just because some of the students told that lampshade cannot be wooden, but I found it's also in the restaurant in Perm. So we take pictures and we discuss and bring many ideas in class. And this is lettering. Do you know what is lettering? It's a type of not writing letters, but drawing. They draw letters. Draw, maybe some special technique. And I also want to give you some things. They are, you can use just when reading books, bookmarks. There is information. I will go down. Can you help me? Yes. Yes. There is information. I'm a representative of publishing house Fabula. Have you ever heard about this? Maybe no? Fabula, yes. A lot of interesting games. So you can, there is, yes, information, all the links in social media, and on their site you can order games, yes. And I can say you a code so that you can get discount. Enjoy 08. Enjoy 08 and you will get a discount. Thank you.